I have an uncle who got a DUI on a horse. I didn't know you could do that. I bet the cop didn't even know until he saw him up there. He was like, this can't be allowed. This has to be. I didn't read the rules, but there's no way this is fucking in there, dude. That must suck so bad, dude. To get a DUI on a creature. You know, because what they used to do, if you were driving drunk in your car, they would install a breathalyzer, right? Yeah, and you had to blow zeros for the engine to turn, you know? It's going to be so much harder to blow this horse. You're never going to go again, dude. A horse is just going to be like, you can't ride me, man. And you're all confused. You're like, what? But I blew you. And he's just like, yeah, that's how I know you're drunk. Sober, you would never do this, you slut. Just an awkward walk back home holding its reins, you know? Everyone walking by is like, we know what you did.
Luis Lopez!
You guys know that the most common interracial relationships in the States are between Latinos and white people? It's fascinating. By far. Not even fucking close, dude. I think it's funny when racist people are like, why are there so many Mexicans here? I'm like, because you keep fucking us. Dude, take my dick out of your mouth and maybe I'll leave. Like, what do you want? I'm gonna chill. It's nice. It's warm. I'm actually going to Mexico soon with my wife, right? I'm excited because she's gonna go meet my extended family, right? And then she's gonna help me get back into the country. I was born here, but you can't be too careful nowadays. Dude, I'm gonna feel so powerful going through the US border with an American passport and a white wife. Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna be like, I believe this is one of yours. I'm just returning it. I'll take her home too, don't worry, actually, it'll be okay. I'm nervous for her to go, honestly, because my wife has a lot of anxiety, right? And I don't, because my brain works. But I feel bad because, I'm kidding. That's also not even true. People with anxiety don't not think, they think too much. That's the problem. They're always going 24/7, never stops, right? It's kind of funny, right? Not being anxious when your partner is, right? Because every day she's like, aren't you worried about? I'm like, no. No, I'm thinking about soup up here, so probably not on the same page, you know? But we're going to Mexico, and I'm nervous because my wife has anxiety, which means I have to explain anxiety to my family in Mexico. And I don't think they're going to get it. Dude, my grandma grew up on a farm in the 40s. There's no way she knows what this word means. Right? And I tried to literally Google Translate it, like anxiety into Spanish, but just gave me the same word for gay. So I'm like, I don't think that's... It's probably a dialect issue, not the same thing, you know? I don't know what I'm going to do, dude. My only plan right now is... My plan is I'm just going to tell them that she's afraid of ghosts. Yeah, I think that's easier for them to understand, you know? They're like, why is she so nervous? I'm like, the spirits? They're like, okay. That makes sense. I believe to did die in here. We get it. This is a good job. I like doing this, you know? I used to have a lot of other jobs, you know? Like, I used to work at Chipotle. You guys ever, like, work with people? Yeah? And a sadness falls over the room. I don't know if you guys know this, but people suck. None of you. You're all great. Everyone outside this room blows, though. Dude, I was working at Chipotle, right? And one day this lady comes in and just looks at me, just goes, hey, do you speak English? I need someone that speaks English. And I'm like, dude, how authentic do you think this Chipotle is? That we only hire recent immigrants here. Do you do that at every restaurant? Just go into Panda Express? Like, oh my God. All these black teenagers, no Chinese? That's amazing. That's not how the world works. Right, but she walks in and she's like, do you speak English? And obviously I'm like, un poquito, no mucho. Because I'm not fucking helping her, you know? And she got pretty upset. Right away, she's like, go back there and get me someone that doesn't speak Spanish. And I was like, okay, I don't know why you think if I don't know English, I know what you just yelled at me. But all right. I went back and she said get someone that doesn't speak Spanish, right? Which is a poor choice of words. Yeah, because it's a restaurant in New York City. We all speak Spanish. We just also speak English, right? So no one helped her for like 20 minutes. And she just got mad and left, and we all just ha and ja. It was a good day. Had a good time, you know? And I do like doing this though. It's nice. You get to travel a bunch. That was fun. I am from Oregon, so before this gig, I actually went to go see my mom. It's weird. She's cool now. I don't like it. Like my mom's like we're kind of friends. It's weird. You know, have you guys had this, that as you get older, you become like friendlier with your parents? It's strange. My mom's one of my best friends, which is weird because she's the only childhood bully I still talk to. Like, what a shift in our relationship. Just to be a buddy with someone that beat you up for 13 years. She's like, you want to get lunch? I'm like, I think I need therapy, but yeah, let's do this. She doesn't anymore. Don't worry, I'm fucking bigger than her now. Fucking what's up, lady? I am still scared of her. It's weird. Dude, my mom's tiny. My mom's 4'11". You know how weird it is to be scared of a woman who can't ride roller coasters? Like, that's such a mind fuck. Like, I gotta get away. Let me do the loop again. Let me actually stay safe on this carnival ride real quick. She used to hit me. I think she got away with it because she did it in Spanish. I think that's the secret, right? Because if you're hitting your kid and you speak English, people might get involved and call the police. But if they don't know what you're saying, they're just like, well, that's the culture. That's what they do. Right? Because Sarah's a criminal, but my soul's in touch with her roots. Have you guys heard that like retirement homes are having a major problem with everyone giving each other STDs? Yeah, right? Some of you are nodding like you're the ones doing it, but that's okay. You're like, yeah, I remember Dolores. She was awesome. Like, all right. But it's like a huge like public health issue. And I think it's funny because they tried to get them all to stop. They're like, you guys need to start using condoms. And all the old people were like, no. Dude, all the old dudes were like, dude, this might be the last nut I ever bust. I'm not going to do it into a bag. Fuck you. And then all the old women are like, dude, my diet's all liquid anyway. I can handle a little extra sauce. I'll be fine. Don't fucking get gross with me. They're the ones doing it. I really don't see what the problem is. Besides it being a little gross to all of us, I really don't see the issue. Because they're like, oh, what? Like, you know, it's an STD, STI. What if it makes them uncomfortable? I'm like, they're 90. They've never been comfortable the last decade. They'll be fine. Who gives a shit? The thing they're really worried about, I guess, is they're obviously your heart isn't as strong as you get older. So they're worried that if you keep getting like super horny, your heart's going to keep going and then it's going to, you know, stop. And everyone's like, we can't have this. I'm like, dude, I hope I die hard. Of all the ways to go. Why not? I hope when they find my body, they're like, oh my God, he's already in rigor mortis. And someone nearby is like, no, he was in Stella. That's totally different. That's a different conversation altogether. Let him fuck. Who cares? It'll be fine. I think it's very funny when people attribute race to things that aren't at all race related. You know, like I have a friend who wants to have a family soon, and he's a little older, so he's worried that his kid might be autistic. Because as you get older, the chances go up, right? And my friend heard him say that, and he was like, "Oh, dude, don't worry about that. That's white people shit." I'm like, you think autism is white people shit? My friend's black, and I was like, don't listen to him. It's also black guy shit. It's just not diagnosed all the time. You know how many black friends I have that won't leave the house unless the hat is the same exact color as their shoes? Yeah, and then you talk to him and you're like, oh, are you a Ravens fan? He's like, no, I like purple. I'm like, that's something, that's not nothing. He walks away with his hand, does an elaborate handshake with his best friend. I'm like, yeah, that's on the spectrum for sure. I just like my friend thinking that's only white people shit because he's white. I'm like, I like to picture him seeing an autistic, you know, Asian dude and being like, look, this guy taking my culture. I think it's pretty good. This I wrote at your airport because I heard it over the thing at the airport, and I think it's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I was walking, like I said, I landed, I got here yesterday, and I landed, and as I'm walking by, there's an announcement for human trafficking. Not for, sorry, like, warning. It's not like gate C4, like it's totally different. That's a poor way of phrasing what I was saying. I mean, I was going through, I was walking through, and it's announced, and it says, beware of human trafficking, because human trafficking does not discriminate. I'm like, that's the only time human trafficking has been more woke than the government. Like, that is a wild, neat thing to be able to say truthfully. Did you guys hear that there was like a teacher in Idaho who had a sign that says everyone is welcome here, right? And there was a bunch of arms in all different colors, and the state made her take it down. Yeah, that's fucked up. That means the kids in that class, if they got kidnapped and the kidnapper was like, everyone's welcome here, they'd be like, oh, that's kind of nice. Thank you for not discriminating. I feel welcomed in this van. This is good. I am watching a lot of crime shows now. Do you guys watch those murder shows ever? Yeah, sometimes. You know what I don't get? Sometimes a guy will kill like a bunch of people, right? And I get that part. But what I don't get is after he gets caught, right, he'll go to court. And his judge will be like, oh, plead insanity. That's what we'll do. We'll tell them you're crazy. I never understand that argument. It's like, oh, he's crazy. I'm like, yeah, but he still did it. It's like, oh no, it was the voices in his head. That's what made him do it. The voices in his head. I'm like, those are just thoughts. We all have those. Oh, you thought about it, then you did it? Never mind then. You're fine. I think it's because it's plural, voices. But we can all do that. Say something in your head. Now say it in an accent. Congratulations, you did it. That's why I would never kill someone, but if I would plan it in an accent. You know, they'd be like, did you kill that guy? I'm like, no, Japanese Luis killed that guy. That's a totally different guy than me right now. That's a good joke to not have in my phone notes. Because it just says how to kill. It's not good. My mom asked me the other day if my wife goes through my phone. And I was like, no. And he was like, well, could she? Like, my mom thinks I'm a piece of shit, right? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You know, I don't care if my wife goes through my phone, right? I think it's funny when some guys try to argue it. They're like, no, it's for my privacy. I'm not doing anything weird, but don't go through my phone because it's for my privacy. I'm like, dude, she's seen in your asshole. The privacy is gone. That's over. Just don't be a piece of shit and you'll be fine. I don't care if my wife goes on my phone. I care more if someone else gets my phone and they see the text I send my wife. Because it's the cringiest thing I've ever done. I can't have you all know how much I use that emoji of the monkey just like, ah! I can't have you know how prevalent that is in my text messages right now, right? Because I talk to my wife in text and like in life, in like a voice, like a baby voice, you know? Fuck you. And when I first started doing it, I was like, whatever. I'm secure enough in my masculinity to do this, right? And then someone saw me do it in public, and I was like, oh, I am not secure enough in my masculinity to do this. Because I started backtracking immediately. Because we were just out, and I was with her, and I was like, oh, love you so much, mwah, 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 right? And someone sees me, and they're like, is that how you talk to her? Really? And I was like, ah. Well, yeah, but it's because she's retarded. Like, I didn't think of any other reason. You know, I'm not cringe, I'm a hero, if you think about it. Fucking you date one of them, then. Don't worry, she's not. She just has a small brain. Well, she's a small person. That's how that works. Ratios. My wife's tiny. Short gal, little girl. No, adult woman. Of small stature. That just means she's thin, she's skinny, which I enjoy, right? Nothing against bigger women, I like them too. It's just that I'm not that strong. Right? And I think a lot of women like to be like thrown around in the bedroom, and there's nothing less sexy than if I have to pick you up with like proper technique. You know what I mean? She's like, show me who's boss. I'm like, I gotta warm up. Do you have a dog or something? Because like I want to rock your world, but I can't fuck up my back, let's be honest. Because in your mind, you want it to just be shoulders and arms, like a bench press, you know? But it's gonna be like I'm flipping a tire, just like core and glutes involved, using hips and shit. It's not gonna be good. I'll still try, I don't care. Dude, I'll try to talk dirty too. I'll be like, oh yeah, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Actually, where's your father? This might be a two-man job. Let's get him involved. He'll leave after, don't make it weird. I'm just saying it's not gonna be good, right? Because you're gonna feel fat. I'm gonna feel like a bitch, you know? I'm gonna go soft for sure. Dude, no one's gonna get fucked unless you have a strap on and I lose my morals. Like, that's what's gonna have to happen for anything to happen here. Dude, butt fucking is so funny to me. Because I grew up Catholic, so for some reason a lot of Christian girls try to convince themselves that like anal, it doesn't count. You know, dude, as long as my puss is fine, it's fine. It's not mentioned in the Bible. I'm like, okay. But you realize the only reason God didn't mention anal is because he didn't think he had to clarify. Like, there's no way he thought that's what we would do back there. Like, he's just talking to some angel, and the angel's like, should we mention the asshole? He's like, ew, dude, no. I put poop in there. They'll know not to fuck the poop hole. They'll use context. And then he saw Greeks oil each other up. He was like, fuck, I should have mentioned specifics, actually. God's fascinating to me. The whole dying thing is fascinating to me, you know? Like I got married and I don't want to get divorced. I hope one of us dies. Which is the unfortunate only other option, but you get my point. I want to die. I don't want her to die first, you know? Because I'll leave her alone. I feel like she wouldn't leave me alone. You guys know about broken heart syndrome? Have you heard of this? Right? It's this idea, it happens to old people. It's when you're with somebody for so long and you love them so much that they die, and then your body literally can't handle it. So a few days later, you also die, right? Which is beautiful. But what if I don't? Like, what if it takes me a minute? I feel like my wife will give me like 3 weeks, and then after that, she'll be pissed. She'll just be in heaven talking shit to God about me. Be like, look at this fake motherfucker right here. Never loved me at all. I'm like, no, I did. I just ate vegetables. What do you want from me? I'll leave her alone. I don't want to see what fucking goes on. I don't want her at my funeral, some other creepy old guy walks up to her like, he would have wanted you to be happy. Like, I mean go on a walk, don't fuck this guy. That's what I mean. It depends when I die, I guess, right? Because if I'm 80, shut it down. The pussy's out of business, shut it down. You've had 60 years of cock, you need more? No, it's done. Close shop, you'll be okay, right? If I'm like 50 or 60, sure, have sex, but no sucking. That's fair. That's fair. You're a grandma now. Get off your knees and make some cookies. You want cum in your mouth, you fucking gross weirdo? Knock it off. I'm gonna do like 2 more things. One, I think you guys are cool, so I think you'll be cool, but don't be fucking gay about it. And then I'll do one more, then we'll leave, right? Because I'm almost out of time. I think I like guns. Guns are fun. I do think maybe we need a little review of them. You know, like a little mix up in our process, right? Like I think it's funny how different it is all over the world. Like in Europe, first of all, I'm sick of Europeans. Fuck off. I hate that they'll like come to America and then talk shit about it while they're here. You know, they're like, oh, Americans, you just shoot each other all day. I'm like, all right. Well, yeah. But what do you think, you're better than us? You just can't get guns. Dude, if you could, you would. That's why they took them away from you, because you would do what we do. You know? You guys ever hear of like those riots that happen at soccer games? Right? They'll just like freak out over a game that's 0-0. Dude, if it was 2-1 every Sunday, 60,000 people would get shot. It'd be a major issue, right? But it's so different, because in Europe it's impossible to get a gun, right? It's like a whole process. In Germany, you have to apply to a test, you have to pass the test, you have to wait a few months, you take another test, and at the end, you actually go to jail for trying to get a gun. And that's pretty intense. It's a lot. But here, I think it's a little too easy, right? You just go into Walmart and they try to upsell you. You know? They're like, you're gonna get one? What are you, a bitch? Dude, it's buy one, get 4 free. Just take them. I think it has to be a happy medium. Not not a whole process, but a test. Just one. That's all I want. Just an eye test. Just look at the guy. Yeah, if you make eye contact, do you feel cold inside? Don't get that guy a fucking gun. Not right away. Start him off with like a bow and arrow. Yeah, see how he does? Because if he goes crazy with that, he's gonna earn it. Right? Because look, a mass shooting with a gun is sad. But a mass shooting with a bow and arrow is kind of impressive. Dude, if you get shot with an arrow, you can't even be upset. You gotta be like, you know what, man? Good shot. You practiced. That was amazing. Give him his due. That took hours in the backyard every day. Fucking who's gay now? Every day. That's a lot. Shootings always do bum me out. Especially the school ones, those are the ones that fuck me over the most, like mentally, you know. I do think though, one of the reasons our military is so good is because of all the school shootings we have, you know. I feel like we're the only country that sends kids into basic training with years of combat experience. You just go in, your instructor's like, I did 2 tours in Iraq. You're like, I did 3 years at Alder Creek Middle School. I'll be fine actually. Look, it sucks, but imagine in World War III, our boys are in there next to some French guy who's freaking out. He's like, I've never been shot at. And he's like, what, were you homeschooled? Or you never went out to like a movie theater or a park or a concert or a bar or a club or a synagogue or a church or a post office or your house after you call the police? Your country's weird, dude. I think that's one of the reasons PTSD is so underdiagnosed in this country, right? Because all these poor kids come back all fucked up and they're like, I don't know, I just feel like I might get shot at any moment. And we're like, yeah. Welcome home, baby! Let's go to the mall and dodge and weave. It's fucked up. Good job, you guys weren't weird about it. The military is fascinating to me. I think they have weird priorities sometimes. Like, do you guys see that the Naval Academy, they're trying to ban some books right now? Specifically LGBTQ books. Because they're like, we can't have these. What if it makes the Navy gay? I'm like, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the reputation you have. But that's not what we think about when we think about the Navy. Right, and look, I don't think books make you gay, but if they do, fuck it. I hope the whole Navy is gay. Dude, I hope the whole Navy's gay and I hope they all fall in love with each other. Think of how strong that unit would be. Because the whole thing with the military is like no man left behind. And the whole Navy's going to be like, especially not my man. Like it's going to be such a strong group. Yeah, someone's like, he's a goner. You're like, he's got 8 inches. I'm going to go find that fucking guy, you know? You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much. I don't know, I feel so lucky this is my job. It's my favorite thing ever. It's literally a dream come true. When I was little, I used to listen to comedy albums on my phone, and it would shuffle through different comedians, and I would fall asleep to that. And every night it'd be different ones, from like the 50s to comics from today every night, you know? And it's weird, because it wasn't until later that I realized that's something I have in common with like 50 women, is that we all fell asleep listening to Bill Cosby's voice. About a third of you liked it. And the rest of you are mad at the wrong comedian, honestly. But I gotta go. You guys were so much fun. Have a good night. Get home safe. Bye.